Over the centuries, humankind has built some pretty impressive machines, but when it comes to modern technology, we've only just scratched the surface. Yet we're nowhere near done inventing new and exciting gadgets that will enrich our lives in all kinds of ways, and there's no way of knowing just what might be around the next corner. From robotic servants who can deliver our mail and mix our cocktails, to machines that can complete the manual labor of thousands of people with just the click of a button. These are the 15 incredible machines you wouldn't believe exist. Top dressing lawn machines. Love hanging out in your backyard but hate having to keep up with your lawn? Well, this incredible machine is taking out all the exhausting hard work that comes along with gardening. Come on, who's got time to compost their lawn by hand? We're busy people, and when you think about groundskeepers who have to take care of entire fields and sports pitches, using this miracle machine just makes sense. A top dressing lawn machine is capable of spreading soil and compost over an entire lawn, eliminating the need for the blood, sweat, and tears that comes with shoveling by hand. Technology has come a long way, and we're not just talking about the latest smartphone. Machines like this mean we don't actually need to lift a finger. Emerald green lawns without the yard work? That equals more time to scroll through social media. Sign us up. Hey, did you know that if you smash the like button, subscribe, and click the notification bell, you're more likely to win the lottery? So what are you waiting for? Guardian XO. Nope, it's not one of Marvel's Avengers. In fact, there's nothing fictional about this astonishing piece of modern military technology. The Guardian XO Alpha full-body robotic exoskeleton can be worn by one single U.S. Marine to do the work of up to 10 people, giving its wearer practically superhero levels of strength and stamina. This extraordinary exoskeleton is capable of doing virtually non-stop physical labor.
To warehousing and logistics. If you think about it, any job on the planet where humans are having to do physically demanding work.
Lifting up to 200 pounds of gear continuously for 8 whole hours, allowing soldiers to go further than they ever have before. Think Iron Man meets Captain America. Not only does the Guardian XO propel warfare into the future, but this robotic exoskeleton is designed to help people get their bodies back on track after serious injuries, aiding in physiotherapy treatment. Okay, imagine wearing one of these incredible machines. How awesome would that be? Maybe one day this will be just as ordinary as putting on your jacket when you leave your house. Until then, we guess we'll have to stick to our own gym workouts. Digit, the delivery robot. Over 1 billion packages are delivered every year in the US alone, so it's no wonder that big tech have come up with a state-of-the-art robot to help lighten the load. Digit the robot is the size and shape of a small human and can lift boxes up to 40 pounds in weight in its mechanical arms. With the help of LiDAR technology and other sensors, Digit can walk up and down the stairs, navigate uneven terrain, and keep its balance when it comes across obstacles in its path. Yeah, one day in the future, you might be greeting a robot at your front door when signing for a package. The plan is to have Digit in the back of self-driving delivery vans, ready to pop out when the time comes to drop off the package. However, we might be a little way off from this becoming the reality. Agility Robotics only plan to make 30 bots a year, doubling this as time goes on, so we're not quite in the era of postal robots just yet. Plus, with an undisclosed 6-figure price tag on each Digit robot, this technology is still pretty expensive. The Fast Telescope. Our next incredible machine is a real superstar. Yet the Sky Eye is a huge radio telescope located in Guizhou, southwest China. This giant device is used for interstellar communications, observations, and surveys. And if there really is life outside our planet, then the Sky Eye will be the first one to spot it. This 1,600-foot dish is officially known as the FAST, FAST, which stands for 500-meter aperture spherical radio telescope, and was constructed using a whopping 4,450 individual metal panels that can be shifted by a computer to watch different points in the sky. So what does a space exploring telescope like this cost? We hear you ask. Oh, only about 1.2 billion Chinese yen. But hey, that really is a small price to pay to find life on other planets, don't you think? Ditch Witch Trencher. This incredible piece of construction equipment is used to dig trenches into the earth, boring down into the ground as far as 650 feet. It can even dig through solid rock, piercing through the toughest terrain. This heavy-duty piece of machinery is used for jobs like laying electrical cable, installing drains, or even preparing for trench warfare. Just look at this thing slicing through the soil like a piece of cake. It's sort of strangely satisfying to watch. Just like an excavator, the Ditch Witch trencher can break up rock and remove it from the earth. However, it has the extra added bonus of doing so in one fluid continuous movement, saving heaps of time. We don't even want to think about how long this would take someone to do by hand. Yeah, we're super grateful that these machines can do all the hard grafting for us. TED, the Vineyard weeding robot. Robotics company Nio Technologies have come up with a pretty genius way of making sure vineyards are running smoothly. Yeah, making wine is serious business, so it only makes sense that you would have some serious machinery to help out behind the scenes. Before you sit down and sip on a glass of your favorite vino, take a moment to consider that robots may have played a part in growing those delicious grapes. With the agricultural workforce decreasing and restrictions on toxic weed killers increasing, this French-based tech company created a mind-blowing electric robot that could weed vine rows with shockingly accurate precision. If you've ever done this weeding in your backyard, then you'll know exactly how back-breaking this work really is. TED is the robot that does all the hard work for you. And you know it's not going to be tempted to drink any of the stock. This autonomous machine is super smart, and it even maps the vineyard by itself using a photographic drone that flies over the land. TED's camera vision can detect the vine so it can work as closely to the crops as possible, so even those sneaky weeds don't go unnoticed. Pretty amazing, right? All this talk of vineyards is making me kind of thirsty. Agrobot. Okay, so we've seen robots that can do all the dirty work of weeding the ground, but what about a robot that can actually harvest the fruit? Yet picking the perfect berry is no longer restricted to human hands. The Agrobot can carefully pluck strawberries by their stems using its 2 razor-sharp blades. Its camera-based vision can inspect each strawberry individually, only cutting the berry loose when it's at its peak of ripeness. If the strawberry is picked too early, it lacks its distinctive sweet flavor, and if it's picked too late, even the slightest squish can damage the fruit, making it inedible. Yet, who knew that strawberry picking was such a fine art? Luckily, the Agrobot is programmed to recognize the perfect berry we all dream of and can harvest around 20 acres of fruit in just 3 days, using its 24 robotic arms and dropping them gently into containers on the ground. It takes one person to operate the machine, but all in all, it can actually replace an entire crew of about 30 fruit pickers. And with a global shortage of agricultural workers, this state-of-the-art strawberry bot might just be the future. Overburdened conveyor bridge F60. Also known as the horizontal Eiffel Tower, this now defunct piece of machinery once had a huge role to play. The overburdened conveyor bridge F60 is now a permanent feature of the Lausitz countryside in Germany and was once responsible for mining precious coal in the region, shifting up to 29,000 cubic meters of earth per hour. It's even been described as the bridge to the future. In fact, this particular model is the largest existing overburdened conveyor gantry that has ever been built. Constructed using 11,000 tons of steel and reaching 260 feet high, 790 feet wide, and 1,647 feet long. This is not just the longest vehicle ever made, but it's also the largest vehicle by physical dimensions ever made in human history. Yeah, it's kind of a big deal. Nowadays, you can actually visit this retired mega machine as a tourist attraction, and guided tours allow you to climb the behemoth steel bridge for fun. Local authorities are even building a whole leisure complex around it, featuring a harbor, beaches, and a village of beach huts. Sure, it sounds like an unusual vacation, but we're glad this gigantic record-breaking machine isn't being left to rot all alone in the countryside. Robot bartenders. Yeah, the robots are coming for all our jobs, and even cocktail bartenders aren't safe. No longer will bartenders need the charm, quick wit, and smooth social skills that was once required to pour drinks for patrons. Instead, advanced state-of-the-art robots will take their place to offer service without a smile. That's right, robot bartenders are emerging on the scene, and there are even whole festivals dedicated to these mixing machines, such as Robo Exotica in Vienna and the Cocktail Robotics Grand Challenge in San Francisco. Robotics company Maker Shaker are even selling their mind-blowing bionic bartenders for $110,000 each, which is roughly the cost of hiring an actual human bartender for several years. These robot bartenders are in action right now on Royal Caribbean cruise ships, and airports and casinos are reportedly keen to get their hands on them too. And hey, when the bartender mixing your drink isn't actually a real person, do you still have to tip them? One thing's for sure, nightlife will never be the same again. Mincy Muck Spider Excavator. It might crawl across the ground like a spider, but there's nothing creepy about this heavy-duty excavator. That's right, the awesome Mincy Muck Excavator can rip up dirt from the ground the same way we might dig our hands into a bag of chips, all too easily. This 9.5-ton mega machine can excavate as much as a traditional 20-ton tracked excavator thanks to its crab-like extensions and a super sophisticated high-tech chassis. Mincy Muck are the brains behind this ingenious machine, producing this quirky equipment in Switzerland and selling their excavators across the world, from Scandinavia to Japan. Who knew a giant spider could make our lives so much easier? The Ring Doorbell. This amazing invention is taking over the world, or at least our doorsteps. Yeah, you've probably seen the Ring doorbell by now. After all, they're the hottest new security trend and a global phenomenon. In fact, you might just own one yourself. If you don't have one just yet, let us catch you up. This ingenious product is a doorbell/camera/two-way communication system that ensures your home is safe from intruders at all times. Oh, and you'll probably never miss another package being delivered. Crystal clear video footage and a high-quality microphone lets you talk to whoever has shown up at your front door in real time.
Put the shoes down.
I was looking for
Nope, those are not yours. I'm sending my dog down there. We have a Rottweiler.
And you can even control it from your smartphone. So you don't even have to be home. The original name of this clever gadget was Doorbot, and founder Jamie Siminoff even debuted his invention on the TV show Shark Tank back in 2013.
Sharks. Wouldn't it have been nice to know who was behind the door before you let me in? With my product, you can.
More recently, however, it was bought by retail giant Amazon for a deal worth over $1 billion. Wow. It even had investments and endorsements from basketball legend Shaquille O'Neal and reportedly took a 97% share of all U.S. doorbell sales in 2017. Ding dong, the future is right at your doorstep. L2350. Manufactured by Komatsu Limited, this giant monster machine holds the Guinness World Record for being the biggest earth mover on the planet. Designed to load haul trucks with up to 400 tons, this seriously heavy lifter can operate a payload of 80 tons at a time, the equivalent of 13 elephants. Towering at more than 20 feet high, even its tires alone weigh 7 tons. Yet the L2350 wheel loader is one epic piece of machinery. They even had to create brand new custom tires for the loader, as there were simply none large enough on the market to be able to move this bulky beast. And something this colossal doesn't come cheap. If you wanted to operate one of these bad boys, you need to shell out a cool $1.5 million for the privilege. We don't know about you, but we can think of other things we'd rather be spending our money on. Still, there's no denying the sheer power and scale of the epic L2350. Large Hadron Collider. They don't call it large for nothing. At 27 kilometers an hour in length, this enormous device is the world's biggest machine and the most powerful particle accelerator on the planet. Located 574 feet deep underneath the France-Switzerland border, a whopping 10,000 scientists and engineers from over 100 different countries came together to create this life-changing collider. So, what exactly does it do? Well, to cut a long story short, the world's biggest machine is looking for signs of new physics, discovering the origins of mass and even the possibility of extra dimensions, not to mention exploring the properties of mysterious antimatter particles that exist on Earth. Is it just us, or is this all starting to sound like an episode of Rick and Morty? When they first launched the Large Hadron Collider, there was actually people who were scared that this epic size and power of the machine would cause a real-life black hole. Well, we're relieved that this wasn't the case, but who knows what they might find in this strange underground science lab. King Robota. All hail King Robota. Yeah, when it comes to the world of robots, this eccentric Japanese humanoid definitely wears the crown. Alongside many other flamboyant costumes, you see King Robota is the star of the show in Tokyo's famous robot restaurant, and he performs on a daily basis alongside dancers, pyrotechnics, loud music, and strobe lights, making this one of the craziest shows in all of Japan. This psychedelic experience has been labeled the official future of entertainment, and the robots can reach up to 16 feet tall, towering over the crowds. Okay, this certainly looks like a whole lot more entertaining than watching the same old shows on Netflix for the 100th time. King Robota is brought to life by a whole team of engineers, fabricators, 3D molders, and master prop makers, all dedicated to skyrocketing their robots to the forefront of show business. Movie stars, move over, robots are coming for your careers too. It's only a matter of time before we'll all be tuning into the Robot Oscars. The Aquanaut. And now for our final incredible machine you wouldn't believe existed. The super smart crew over at Houston Mechatronics in the US have invented an unbelievable submarine transformer that is half humanoid robot, half deep sea explorer. Yet the amazing Aquanaut was unveiled at NASA's high-tech neutral buoyancy laboratory, the same place where astronauts train to work in zero-gravity conditions. This 100% electric vehicle can travel for long distances under the water.
Starting to a little bit push our system, kind of throttling up the thrust a little bit, all while we can still see it.
Collecting data along the way, and is designed for use on oil rigs and deep-sea gas lines. This robot might look like a normal submarine as it chugs along under the water, but once the head of the vehicle pops up, its hull separates and two mechanical arms extend out either side, allowing it to operate as a fully functioning, highly skilled robot capable of completing a variety of tasks. The Aquanaut is officially diving headfirst into the future. So which one of these awesome machines is the most impressive of them all? You can let us know what you think in the comment section below. And don't forget to give us a big thumbs up if you enjoyed this video. You can also hit subscribe for more awesome Missing Files content. Thanks for watching, and